researcher, back again. Let's start this off with a Bible scripture. Okay, we're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. Okay, and check this out. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapon of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Now, let me read just this last piece. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Okay? All right? Because that's what's happening right now. But nobody can see it. I look around online, it's still dating centers. It's still girls trying to worry about how fat the ass is. Still guys out there that's trying to pump themselves up and get ready to go out, go on to parties, all this other stuff. And this guy is about to launch a bomb over here. This guy over here.
And then nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell.
Okay.
Thierry on Twitter wrote that everyone who touches Zelensky resigns.
They resign.
Which is interesting.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why they're resigning. Anybody in the office with all that power, they don't just come up and resign. They're resigning because they know Russia is about to launch their missiles. And they're getting all their family members and everything else down in them bunkers. That's not Biden. That's a lookalike. Why is Biden still there and all these places going to war and all these other countries' head top leaders right here, they're all resigning? Because the weapon of indignation. See, you need to pay attention because look at it in this perspective, right? 2 years ago, none of this stuff, it didn't seem like none of this stuff was there. Everything seemed 5 years ago. You couldn't even see this. And really, a lot of people don't understand why this is like this. Why is Russia like this? Why they're doing this like this? Why? That man said, you heard what he just said, right? Let me take it back for you one time. Take it back. See, listen to what he say.
And then
nowadays,
I am so upset.
He's upset.
That the things we did,
the things
we fought for.
They fought for what?
The boys that died for it. It's all going down the drain.
All going, that's right.
Our country's going to hell.
Uh-huh.
Thierry on.
Okay. And he knows it. See? He knows it. Now, the real reason why Russia and them is doing all this stuff like that, because of that emperor that was over there. The United States went over there and had that guy assassinated and destroyed the ruble long time ago. The emperor that was over there owned all of that shit, just like Kim Jong-un. It was like left to him, like a dynasty type of thing. Like that's Kim Jong-un's thing because his family and stuff, just like how Britain took and claimed all that, and they got kings and queens, they're trying to stop everyone else from having their stuff where they can take and rule and steal and slaughter, and then they kill and murder, and that's what they do. On one of my videos, I'm gonna find it. On one of my videos that I made some time ago, there was a guy up there that was working in the United States, like the government. He said, well, what are we going to war for? They don't have nothing else better to do. We got a good military, so we can go over and topple other countries. Are we going to war with this person? Nah, it's more than that. We're going to war with 7, 8, 9. So what was happening was you were using the American people over here and your military stuff, and you were going over there gunning people down in small countries, taking their land, bullying these people, taking their stuff. And that's what you were doing. Russia got quiet and continued working on their stuff. Sent somebody over here, spy, got all the stuff that they needed to outdo this spot over here. Normally, that's what you're supposed to do. Went and took and did that there. Okay. Now, if you look it up online, who's got the best missiles and all that other stuff? Russia and them. That is the superpower. They are the ones. They have the best missiles and all this stuff in the world. They have the best stuff. Okay. That's why Trump was trying to be so cool with them over there, because he already knew the deal. See, Russia don't care because the United States done went over and toppled 7, 8, 9 countries, killed Saddam, and they sat back and watched everything. So they were just waiting to go over and take back that piece of the pie, which was Ukraine, which was a part of Russia anyway. And Russia is going to take that because the United States was going to go over there and get involved in Ukraine. And that'll be like having missiles pointed in their backyard to back them down into the corner. Then already destroyed the rubles that was over there, killed off the emperor that was over there. From what I heard, they got him in a museum in a wax over in wax or something like that over there. That's why all of this stuff is coming down. Number one, basically, God is involved in all of this. Look, the United States is doing. You've been killing off black people over here for over 400 or 500 years, ripping and robbing, stealing, putting us, making sure that we stay in debt. There's no way that we could survive over here. Okay. Gunning them down and gunning us down in the street, pulling us over, planting stuff on people, prosecuting people for nothing. People doing 30, 40 years in jail for nothing in the judicial system, and the people that took and put the black people, us, in jail, they don't have to pay the price for it. You give them $100,000 or $1 million and tell them to kick rocks after 30 years. And then everyone else get reparations and everything else except for us. So that means that we're nothing. So you think I give two shits about this place? They don't care nothing about us. They never did. That's why all this stuff is happening. You got all these other extra communities out here. You're doing all this stuff that you know what I'm saying? Experimenting on people, holding people against their will, and making up laws and making it where you making other people guilty when you're the guilty one and holding yourself not guilty. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Now all these people
Twitter wrote
are
that
resigning.
Everyone who touches Zelensky resigns.
Look at that.
Which is interesting. After
See?
failing the UK at every opportunity to serve globalist interests, Boris Johnson resigned.
He resigns.
As Prime Minister.
As Prime Minister.
To which the Russian Kremlin expressed good riddance. Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, who helped deliver Italian weapons to Ukraine and rallied support for Ukraine's entry into the EU, announced his resignation. Last month, Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas expelled the populist
Russia sent them a message.
Center Party, claiming that she needed to form a new government.
He's got missiles over there the size of trains.
Russia. And on Thursday, Kallas officially resigned.
He's daring anyone to get involved. He doesn't care.
Which he has already reached a consensus.
He don't care.
He
learned from what the United States took and did.
Social Democrats and the conservative.
Even China, and it was like, oh, you genocide the black people that was over here. You did.
To support Ukraine.
Look at that.
And Sri Lanka's president, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who supported water.
That's a commercial right there.
Don't rely on others. Storing it simple. The Ukraine, despite sanctions crippling his own nation, emailed in his resignation after fleeing the country. Beyond resignation. Beyond meet and greets,
and here's the thing. They're fleeing the country, going into bunkers and stuff like that. Okay? Deep down the ground, different spots, hiding out. We wouldn't even know anything if other people wasn't even putting it on YouTube. The news don't tell you nothing. I remember before when they had a fake missile alert over in Hawaii somewhere over there, people were running down the street trying to call their families thinking that they was about to die. Did the government people tell you anything? Did they say anything about that? Nope. Then on Wayward TV, they letting you know on Wayward that the food that you're getting is not even real. That over in Britain somewhere, what's the name of them bugs? You go fishing with them. Mealworms. That's going to be on the next menu to be eaten. It's going down. It really is. So keep going to the club, keep shaking your ass, keep polishing up your rims, keep doing exactly what you're doing, right down to the last second. Keep right on doing what you're doing. Keep it right on up. And then after all this goes down, just as quick as that 4 or 5 years went down, the pandemic hit. Now look at where we at with this right here now. And this is not going to stop. It's not going away. It's not going away. You can try to hide all you want. You can try and go here. You can try and go there. You ain't going anywhere. You're not going nowhere. Okay? This place is in a lot of trouble. You're going against God. You're breaking all the laws, statutes, and commandments. Then you make it where a person can't really say anything. If they say something and it so-called hurt these people's feelings, then your stuff's got to get knocked off the screen and all of this other stuff because of someone's feelings. What about my feelings? Being framed and all this other stuff. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything, but it means something to God. So for all you people out there that's doing unrighteousness and injustice stuff, you got people just like me when you were having a good time and you had your way, that's praying that God comes and burn this place to the goddamn ground. Straight like that. We're tired of being your slaves. We're tired of this stuff. And Russia and China and all those other countries, Kim Jong-un, Iran, and all the rest of them, they're tired of it too. You can pray all you want. It's not going to help. Your prayers are in remission, okay? For all y'all that are still striving to do God's will and you're fighting to do what's right, well, keep right on going ahead. But the people that are doing unrighteousness, you know who you are. God said, if you're still being bad, you will remain bad still. Researcher.